Yeah, Ken, I'm extremely disappointed, especially having thought like we'd maybe done enough. But again, I don't think we can take away from Peter, George, and his team. I thought they're outstanding, particularly from a tactical point of view. And yeah, we couldn't get clear water between the two of us, and we probably left it too tight at the end. Yeah, it wasn't just that. I think um, that Peter came with a really good tactic. Having spoken to some of the Griquas players afterwards, particularly George, they felt they couldn't get around us. They came around the fringes, which was hell of a good. Our body height, we didn't react quick enough for the amount of points they scored. Um, and and yeah, I thought for a game like this, for a final winner takes all, that's an unbelievable tactic. They caught us offside a couple of times. They're able to kick us down. If you take the 3 points they took, um, just before that, again around the fringe, our body was really poor. Caught us on off or the try they scored. One of our guys offsides. They play advantage, incurring the ref of Christopher Allison. So we just didn't react and adapt uh, quick enough to that tactic. They persisted with the whole game. Yeah, like I said, I thought our body out was weak. Our tackle fight was weak. We didn't do enough to sort of subvert that tactic, and all it did was it frustrated us. They got penalties, they marched us down, and in games like this, territory is important. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and throw Kane under the bus. We felt we're on top of them, us together with them. Um, we kick it down on they incur two penalties. They're on a warning. Chris gives them a warning. We don't throw the line out. It's a short arm. They kick it out. We take pressure. We score that. They've got three scores to go. The game's dead and buried. So those are the gambles that you take. We didn't execute well enough on day five on the second line out. Yeah, to sit here and throw Ken on the bus is stupid of me.
Thanks, Coach. Because Coach, just looking at the overall match, just your rating of how your team performed today, and the fact that you're also backing Asenati to be the vice captain and to play today, just to reason behind that as well.
Yeah. Feedback on the game, we weren't accurate. I think we lost something like 4 or 5 lineouts. We lost aerial battle. We lost a couple of balls in the air. We had opportunities down, as Carl mentioned earlier, opportunities in the 22 that we didn't take. So I guess the word is inaccurate. That we gave away silly penalties. It's not like they are completely outplayed us. I mean, I think we were behind the game. We were only behind in the game for 5 minutes max. But like I said earlier to Ken, we didn't create enough clear water between the two of us. And credit to them again. I thought Peter came with in a game like this. His tactics were good, and I was happy to go to him afterwards and shake his hand. Oh, and Asa, yeah, Asa's got to play at some point. He's obviously taken a couple of weeks off. I think that we don't want to speak too much about the matter that's obviously sub judice, but he's a guy who's got to get going. There's a UFC comp that starts next week. There's travels to Wales on Tuesday, so um, yeah, in the interim, whilst he's not suspended, we think it's in his best interest to play. He did a decent enough job today, so it's all good.
Coach, congratulations on the loss. Do you feel like this one's a little bit tougher to take? Just think about the players that you have at your disposal, the URC boys, and how they went through the last two games in the competition. Why do you think they just couldn't pull away from the quality that you have on the side?
Yeah, again, I think the challenge is about adapting. Um, you've got to adapt to tactics. Again, credit to Peter. They came with a tactic that is difficult to defend if you're not sharp enough. We didn't react well enough to it. We're inaccurate, and to their credit, they forced 1 or 2 errors. Think about the last four. I don't think we won a lineup the last four lineouts. So yeah, part of the challenge for our group is that we've got to adapt. Speaking on the toughness of the loss, any loss is tough. Whether you lose, whatever game you lose, it's tough, and maybe it's a challenge for our guys. Every game you've got to pitch. Not to say we didn't pitch, but you've got to be on it every day because this is in South African rugby. Anyone can get on top of you.
Do you feel during the week when you've been on match day that there's a bit of complacency creeping into the team, or do you just feel as if the better team won the tactics today and just this?
Yeah, to say we were complacent is probably a bit harsh on guys who've just given of their bodies today. So to sit and say they were complacent after guys, as Ken said, defended their hearts out would be a spit in the face to them. But again, yeah, we were inaccurate and didn't adapt. If you think our first line out, Fenton knocking the kick off, Chris kicking short, Nigu kicking short. So and again, that's just pressure. That's not to say that the Oaks are poor players or the guys played poorly. The Griquas did really well, and I spoke throughout the week about about how sharp they are and how sharp they can be. I mean, I say this is the first time we've lost to the Griquas in 4 attempts, but previously we went 3 losses in a row, and obviously in the Currie Cup. So I'm very much aware of what their strengths are. This is also a team that's gone 5 on the bounce in the Currie Cup. No team's done that, so they're sharp. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say we were rubbish. I thought they were good, but we were inaccurate. I think that's the word that summarizes our performance.
And just, you mentioned the inaccuracies, but the back line was very good for their tries. Q1 made a try-saving tackle. You helped them pull up twice in time. Are those some of the positives you look at when you are seeing?
Yeah, they've got positives. I thought Nico Steyn was outstanding. Saved us a couple of times. Angie and Kieran at the back. But again, we probably didn't create enough opportunities for them early in the game. We tried, but again, we know how dangerous Gershwin is. We know how dangerous Dylan is. We knocked the ball, they pick it up, they score. But that's been the Griquas modus operandi for the whole season. We were very much aware of that, and again, that's inaccurate. If Chris throws it accurately, Richard Delboard is down through the whole scores. He doesn't. They pick it up, they score. We knew that, and we just didn't. Yeah, we didn't execute it.